I'm Richard Clarke. I record these talks every day as a way to deepen my inquiry. Listen each day and deepen your own practice. Welcome. I'm reviewing and commenting on the book Talks with Sri Ramana Maharshi. Today is from talk 373. Horripilation, goosebumps, sobbing voice, joyful tears, etc. are mentioned in Atma Vidya Vilasa and other works. Are these found in Samadhi or before or after? Maharshi, all these are the symptoms of exceedingly subtle modes of mind, vrittis. Without duality, they cannot remain. Samadhi is perfect peace, where these cannot find place. After emerging from Samadhi, the remembrance of the state gives rise to these symptoms. In Bhakti Marga, the path of devotion, these are the precursors to Samadhi. Questioner, are they not so on the path of jhana? Maharshi, may be, but there is no definiteness about it. It depends on the nature of the individual. Individuality entirely lost, these cannot find a place. Even the slightest trace of it being present, these symptoms become manifest. Manichakavar and other saints have spoken of these symptoms. They say tears rush forth involuntarily and irrepressibly. Though aware of tears, they are unable to repress them. In this talk, a questioner asked Ramana Maharshi about the emotional and physical symptoms described in spiritual texts like Atma Vidya Vilasa and their relation to the state of Samadhi. These symptoms include goosebumps, sobbing, and joyful tears. Let's review the Maharshi's response. The questioner first asked whether these symptoms are associated with Samadhi or if they occur before or after achieving this state. Ramana explains that these symptoms are manifestations of very subtle mental activities or vrittis. These vrittis cannot exist without duality, the idea of this and that, the sense of separation between subject and object. In Samadhi, a state of perfect peace, duality is completely absent. Therefore, these symptoms cannot occur during Samadhi itself, where the mind no longer participates. However, the Maharshi adds that once a person emerges from Samadhi, the memory of this profound state can trigger these symptoms. They can occur before and after Samadhi, but not during it. Essentially, while in Samadhi, you experience pure, undisturbed consciousness, free from emotional and physical reactions. Upon returning to ordinary consciousness, the mind recalls the depth of experience, which can evoke strong emotional responses, such as tears of joy. The questioner then asks if these symptoms are also present in the path of jhana, the path of knowledge, as they are in the path of bhakti. The Maharshi's response is nuanced. It depends on the individual. In Bhakti Marga, such emotional expressions are often precursors to samadhi, arising from intense devotion and love for the divine. In Jhana Marga, the presence of such symptoms is less predictable and varies with each individual's disposition and spiritual maturity. He further elaborates that as long as there is even the slightest trace of individuality, these symptoms can manifest. Saints like Manikanachakar have described such involuntary and irrepressible experiences where tears flow uncontrollably due to the intensity of their spiritual realization and devotion. Ramana relates his own experience while staying in Virupaksha cave, indicating that he too had such profound emotional reactions during his spiritual practice. To me, this reveals something about Ramana's own practice in early days at Arunachala. Ramana clarifies that emotional and physical symptoms associated with spiritual experiences are not present in the state of samadhi itself, but can occur before or after it, depending on the individual. These reactions are tied to the remnants of individuality and dualistic perception, which are absent in the pure, undisturbed state of samadhi, tied to anticipation or memory of the joy of samadhi. So, know yourself and be always free and at peace. The book, Who Am I with Comments, is my take on these early teachings of Ramana Maharshi. It's available on Amazon, free to Kindle subscribers. A link is in the video notes. These videos bring Ramana's teachings into your direct experience. Click subscribe to see more. Click thumbs up to like, and send questions and start a dialogue with a comment